Now to the Trump presidency, and joining us now is moderator of Meet the Press, John Dickerson. John, nice to see you. And
good to be with you.
With the help of Florida Senator Marco Rubio now, it now looks like Republicans have the votes needed to pass their tax cut bill. How big of a victory is this now for the president?
Well, it's an enormous victory on the legislative front. The president has had successes in certain cabinet agencies and with certain things that a president has control over. But this is the biggest legislative victory for the president's side since he's been in office. And there were some moments of peril for this legislation, so it wasn't a simple and easy path to the end. And this is quite helpful in a week where the loss in the Senate race in Alabama will change the shape of the Senate in next year, making it even more complicated to get legislation through. So it was a good week to end on a strong note after a bit of a down note for the president in that Alabama election.
When you mentioned the Alabama election, of course, the president had backed Roy Moore, who was accused of sexual molestation, including once with a minor. And now we have renewed calls to investigate sexual misconduct charges that had been leveled against the president, dating back to the campaign. So how is the Me Too movement impacting the political landscape in Washington?
Well, it certainly impacted Congress, and we've seen it with last week. 3 members of Congress were forced out this week. Another announced that he wasn't running for re-election again. Blake Farenthold of Texas. So it's changing Congress, and it's renewed questions about the president, but there's no real mechanism at the moment for even a re-examination of that conversation. It's not something that's going to be brought up in Congress. And other than press conferences and then denials from the White House, that's not going to really get any further. There is a civil case against the president being adjudicated in New York from one of his accusers. The White House, or I should say the president's lawyer, argues, as previous presidents have, including most notably Bill Clinton, that you can't sue a president in civil court while he's still president and gets in the way of him doing his job. So it'll be interesting to see how the New York judge rules on that.
And today we saw the president tweeting negatively about the FBI and then hours later speaking nicely to a group of new agents at FBI headquarters. What is the strategy here? Is there a strategy here as the president continues to criticize our intelligence and law enforcement agencies?
Well, I don't know if there's a particular strategy, and you never want to guess. I think the president certainly has been critical of the previous FBI director, James Comey, to the extent that there are FBI agents or former agents who were involved in investigating both any collusion between the Russian government, which interfered in the election, and the Trump campaign, or any questions of obstruction of justice. You could imagine, and you've seen certainly the president in other areas, try to delegitimize the investigation that's going on. On the other hand, he's presented himself as a law and order president, and certainly the FBI is central to that task. So in this case, he sort of has one foot on the brake and one foot on the gas.
Well, we'll be watching along with you. Thanks as always, John Dickerson, moderator of Face the Nation here on CBS. And remember to tune in or set your DVR. Face the Nation airs Sunday mornings at 10:30.